Good morning. Sensational Saturday. Pardon my appearance. I'm very handsome. I hope you slept well and your weekend has gotten off to a great start. Just some random thoughts of events in the last 24, 48 hours. I just wanted to give my thoughts on. Before I get to that, all right, to all Power fans, okay, listen very carefully what I'm about to tell you. This is important. Tonight/tomorrow is the season finale. They have said it's going to be longer than any of the other episodes because they couldn't just pack it into an hour. That's a beautiful thing for us. Just because you watch it at midnight does not mean you can come on Facebook, whatever, and tell us what happened or tell anybody else who may not be up or watch it or had an app or whatever the case may be what happened. Don't do that. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it for anybody else. Matter of fact, you got to do this one different. You got to wait almost until Tuesday before you start talking about it online. Okay? Because some people may not get to it tomorrow. There's the NFL. Some people are still watching the NFL and what have you. They may not watch Power. Do not spoil it for anybody else. That's just wrong. Some of y'all been all season, oh, so-and-so got shot, and it's like, come on, man, don't do that. And you think it's cute. It's not. It's rude. So don't spoil it. Power fans. Now, everybody else is not Power fans. Doesn't apply to you. Power fans, don't spoil it for anybody else. Okay? All right. Number two. In the history of my life as it is, I have never not seen somebody's mama get upset when you say something about one of their kids or whatever. I've never not seen it. They may have handled it in various degrees of decorum or what have you. But yeah, it's been an issue every time. So if that young lady, and everybody knows Cardi's a little bit of she's a little bit of a wild card. So Beagle, Kelly, stop. So she's a little bit of a wild card. So she goes off on stuff. She ain't all. I ain't saying she, but yeah. So that's not really surprising what happened last night. However, what is kind of surprising, this rumored Mary J. and Faith Evans fight, like you thought that was over with. Like, come on, y'all. Take y'all beefing about what y'all both can sing, y'all both getting money, blah, 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 blah. Married the wrong dudes, blah, 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 blah. It happens. So, leave that alone. Next thing, for some of y'all who don't know, I work on set. I'm an actor, and all facets of that. And last night I was working background on Empire. I was watching the women walk around in these heels all night, back and forth. And I really think there should be a heel bump. I really believe there's a heel bump which is necessary for women walking around in heels that long. Like typically, and I've never worn heels, so I don't know. But typically, how long are you in heels? On a day-to-day basis, ladies, and you can answer this, how long are you in heels? Like, you're in heels maybe, I don't know, a few minutes and then you go to your desk or you take them off or you put your flats on. Most women I know who I've interacted with, most women have heels. Have the flats. And they slide the heels on, like if they're going out to a party and they put on heels, and then after a while say, you know what, I'm slipping to my flats. I already showed up and took my pictures and all that. I'm going to my flats. And they take the heels off, put the flats on. On Empire, you're walking back and forth in these darn heels. Hours on end. You get to sit down for a little bit or whatever. There should be a bump. At least, I don't know, $50 to $75 bump for the heels. You got to be in there that long. And then increments after maybe 4 hours, something on there. However y'all can work that out, that should be. Because in women last night, I've seen, it's not the first time I've seen it. Women last night, yeah, that's just crazy. So, all right, next thing, I'm just cycling through stuff. Next thing, so you know about the cop, the white cop lady who went and shot the brother, and everybody's like, oh, she went to the wrong apartment. Now, first, let me tell you why I don't believe it. I didn't believe it. Like, oh my God, you ain't walking to the wrong house unless you really inebriated or tired. Now, well, I know what my house looks like. I got a key. But, and I've walked to a wrong car. Car looked like mine or whatever. I've done that. I've walked to the wrong car. Like, oh my God, I've done that. I've done that. The wrong car looks exactly the same, whatever. But let me tell you something. You walk in the wrong house and shoot somebody in the wrong house, you just start firing. Like, I'm all for if it's your house, but you couldn't get in the house with your key. Somehow, some another got open or whatever. And then come to find out, these people dated. Brother dated Becky, and they dated. So, for all you dudes that are always talking about how black women are acting up and doing such and such, such and such, or they break your windows. Now, first of all, don't do anything wrong for them to do anything like that. But then some sisters are a little off, a little touched. They're a little volatile. It happens. I would rather have my windows broke or my car keyed than to be the feature at a funeral. I ain't never heard of colonizers and Nabisco sapiens not go result into violence, extreme violence. I've never known them not to go all the way. Like, you get into it with a colonizer dude, he going. There's no middle ground. So brother probably, we don't know the full story, but brother probably went on about his way. Becky wasn't going for it, and she went in and shot him up. However it went or whatever. Yeah, that's just bad. And you could just see, I when it started, you walked into the wrong thing. And I said, who the person, I always ask this, I don't know if anybody else does this. I always ask this. What color is the person who got shot, who was jumped, who was harassed? I always ask that question. And I'm shocked when they say the person is not black. I'm always shocked. Yeah, that too. You figured that was Cully. All right, you doing okay? Yeah, exactly. Change the locks. That's. But I always say this with stuff like that. As true as that is, how about not going to person's? How about the person not going to the person's apartment? How about not shoot the man? I always look at stuff like that. I always say, when something happens, because it's almost close to victim shaming. It's just like, somebody will say to a woman, well, why was she out late? Because she had the right to be out late. She had the right to be out late. Now, was it prudent that she was out late? No, not really. In the sordid part of town, no. But it's her right to do that. And I think we forget that, and we get so neutralized with the violence and everything like that. We forget there are certain rights you should be able to do. Okay. All right. I had my own scary situation last night. Okay. So I'm on the set of Empire, and most people know me. I'm pretty jovial, jocular, cracking jokes and laughing and all that type of stuff. So I swing my arm backwards, and I hit somebody behind me. And they were close enough, and I immediately turned around. Oh, excuse me. And as soon as I turned around, it was a woman, and her back was to me, and I hit her butt. Good morning, gentle. And I hit her butt. Good morning, everybody. And I hit her butt. I had moved my arm. Now, I was facing, like I'm facing y'all, and the woman was behind me. And her back was to me, so I just swung my arm and hit her. Man, shit. I'm going to interrupt that because I just saw a comment. Listen what I'm about to tell you. And this is going to sound bad. This is going to sound real bad. So I'm prefacing it. Not allies and accomplices. Because they're different. They're made up different. Not allies and accomplices. But colonizers and Nabisco sapiens. And there's a difference between them and the allies and accomplices. Allies like Vicky Noe, Crystal Nelson, they get the idea. They may not feel the idea of being black, but they get the pain of it. They get some of the things. They empathize. Okay, as best they can. Colonizers and Nabisco sapiens they don't have that compartment for us. They don't get it. They don't see anything like that. So going back to the comment that was made, yes. So in that, they have this entitlement. They have this belief that everything that they should want to have, they should have, and you can't get in the way of having that. And I believe that's what happened with dude. He broke up with this woman, didn't date this woman, something. And because she's a police officer, she has a legal right to kill, and that's what happened. All right, enough of that. So I'm on set of Empire. I swing my arm backwards. I turn around, it's a woman. Her back is to me. Her back is to me. So I turn around and say, "Excuse me," and I panic because this woman is white, and it's a group of people, and I have hit her butt with my hand. Now, in typical James Gordon fashion, I'm good on my feet. I was talking to my pal Demetrius, and she was there. So I said, I got one witness. There were a couple of dudes who were looking this way. I had a couple more witnesses. So I said, hey, listen. I said, excuse me. I was facing this way. I swung my hand back. I didn't mean to hit you. She said, oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. I said, no, seriously. And I made sure I made eye contact with people who were watching. You saw that? So, oh, yeah, bro, we saw that you were just swinging your arm. And I reassured the woman again. Now, you say, champ, you have a devil may care type attitude. You're pretty free-willing. I am. But I also understand what time of society we live in. I also understand that I'm a somewhat large black man, dark black man. And this was a petite white woman. I also know that my hand, even though it was unintentional, hit a part of her body. I understand all these facts together. And I made it my business to not only make sure I let her know it was an accident, but the people around me to know. So if it came back on me, someone said something, I could have something to say, hey, no, that's not what that was. I wasn't being like that, because there was an incident, from what I hear yesterday, that happened. So, okay. All right. Now watching the NFL. May watch some highlights on SportsCenter maybe or whatever, but not watching the NFL. I don't know if they're taking the ban off or whatever, but I'll be okay. Go Bears. But yeah, be safe out there. Be great out there. Have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for checking in. Make sure you join up to my Reverb Nation page, Greatest Sport Alive. It's the same thing on Instagram. Follow what we're doing. And make sure you get your copy of Beloved. This is on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. I also have copies with me. Peace and blessings.